Hello guys, back for another tech tip videos. Dude, this is crazy. It's been a long time since I actually posted anything, but I'm so glad that all y'all enjoyed my last two tip videos on Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. I'm trying my best to try to stay consistent, but I mean, I got work, I got a lot of stuff going on right now, and I'm just trying to keep this as consistent as possible. So this time I'm going to be actually re-elaborating on a couple of things that I did in my tip videos that I did not necessarily add into them now because the new update recently came out for the game instead of the DLC. So there are a lot of new things that were added into the game that actually speed up processes that I made you currently do in other tip videos that are now just outdated. So there's actually just faster ways to do them. All right. But yeah, let's hop right into this. I'm gonna go through each and every one of them so you can kind of get a general idea of where we're at and what you need to do.
Yep.
All right, guys, we're back in here. Let's first talk about leveling. Leveling is obviously going to be very important because leveling is what's going to allow you to do a lot of the other things inside this actual tip video. So as you see, I'm currently the maximum in the game, currently 300, level 300. And this particular tip I'm about to tell you is 100% DLC exclusive. So if you do not have the newest DLC, the Golden Frieza Invasion DLC, then you are not going to be able to actually do this this method. So, as you see, currently my party, Gohan is level 268. We're gonna go into the actual DLC, like I said, the Power Awakens Part 2, which is the Golden Frieza Invasion. You go here, and there's a specific type of Horde Battle. So they added new things into this game. It's called Horde Battles. You fight like hundreds of enemies, sometimes even thousands of enemies, and you just want to defeat every single one of them, and you get a large amount of XP for it. And that's just basically it. That's the entirety of the Horde Battle, is just fighting lots of enemies and getting lots of XP. So this method is actually way faster than doing Whis training, which is crazy because I think it's even possible to do what I'm about to show you even at level 200. So you wouldn't even necessarily have to do any of the advanced Whis training because this is just way faster. It's gonna take a little while to get to like the peak of it, but the thing is, again, time estimates here. For you to get all the way to 250 in Whis' training, you would have to do his training somewhere around 40 times, I believe. If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure it's around 40 times. You have to do the last one 40 times, or maybe it's only 30 times. It's somewhere around there, right? From 200 to 250 by getting the ultimate Sacred Waters. I think it's like around 30 to 40 times. So that's a lot of times you have to be farming up the last Whis. And I mean, if you already don't have like a good move set as it is, it's really hard to farm that Whis. It's like very, very hard to farm that Whis because he actually does a lot of damage, right? He can actually hurt you pretty bad if you don't have a good move set. If you don't have a good move set and you don't understand his patterns, he could hurt you pretty bad. So this is actually really good for you because it's crazy, but all you have to do is spam because they can't hit you otherwise. It's actually very hard for them to hit you if you just spam. So, well, I'm about to show you. You go in here, you go from beginner to intermediate to advanced, super, god. The one that you want to do though is actually Valor, the Trial of Valor. So, as you can see, I have currently at 5,243 enemies defeated. So this right here goes on as long as you have HP. So you can do it indefinitely. I could have gone way further than 5,000, but I just got kind of bored and I was like, okay, I think my character is going to be maxed now, or going to be capped out at 5,000, and they were. Because you get literally, it's insane amounts of HP that it can't even show you the amount of XP that you get. That's how high the number is. So what you want to do is that I recommend, if you want to make your characters like super fast, high level, you want to get at least 4,000 to 4,500 enemies defeated. It may sound like a lot, but it's not. Trust me. I'm actually going to show you a very easy strategy you can do to actually get 4,000 relatively quickly. And I say little to no time, but it's going to take a little bit of time, right? Like, you just need to keep repeating this over and over and over till you get to 4,500. Once you get 4,500, you can literally just die. You just let your character die. You let the characters punch you, and then they kill you. But yeah, once you get to 4,500, or even again 5,000, you're gonna get ludicrous amounts of XP that it won't even be able to tell you how much XP it gives you, and it literally just makes your character max level. So right now, as you saw with my Gohan, he is at 268. You know, quite a while from being level 300. So let's go in here with Goku, Vegeta, and Gohan. I usually just go in here with Goku and Vegeta because that only that really matters. And don't worry about the whole I'm going auto for blue. You could just have it to where you go auto red. It's still as effective. You don't actually have to have it to where you go blue. I just have it because, you know, I'm already max level and I already beat the entire team. So what you want to do is that you want to be able to build up your Z combo. So you want to have your characters just kind of like spam their supports. You just want to kind of have them spam their supports about as much as possible. And also, another thing you want to do is that whenever you find stronger enemies, because there's going to be stronger enemies around here somewhere, you want to do that. You want to do your light attack and X, right? Which is usually like dodge or like, you know, dash. Well, if you hit and then press X, you do a multi-hit multiple times, and it ramps up your combo. What you want to do is you want to have your combo be at least 900. You want to have your combo all the way up to 900 before you actually use your Z combo. And don't worry, they are gonna spam harder enemies at you, so you know you won't one-shot them. They'll spam harder enemies at you that'll be glowing in red, and that right there, I just literally just spam attack and dodge the entire time on them. And again, they basically can't do anything because you just stun lock them the entire time, so they're not allowed to do anything. But as you see, my enemies defeated is only at 78. Oh, here they are, here. You gotta make sure you dodge these. Don't get hit by that. See, he's blocking. Just keep ramping up that combo on him. And there we go, right there, 950. Now we just use it. And watch how many enemies you kill. Bing, see? 307. See? And that's how you get the majority of your enemies defeated. Is by doing the Z combos. So you just want to spam those as much as possible. Also, another thing I will show you after this is the specific types of equipment you want on your characters when doing this. Because there are actually equipment you can put on your characters, or know-hows. There are know-hows you can put on your characters that make it to where their gauge build up quicker. I don't actually have the know-how on Gohan that actually makes his gauge build quicker. But I do have the know-how on Vegeta that makes his gauge build quicker. And just like that, finished it up, got that. Ikasa. So I'm not gonna go all the way up to 4,000, but I'm just gonna give you a demonstration by how much XP you get by going up to this high. So it's only at 1,200. We see how low Gohan is right now. He's level 268. Come on, guys, hit me. There we go, just like that. It ends. Let's see how much we get. Look at that. So that's 28 million experience points. And that was only 1,200. And see, he went up from 68 to 73. And again, he can go even higher. If I just kept going, he would have went even higher than that. He actually probably would have been maxed if I went to 4,000. But for time's sake, I just want to kind of, you know, not spend that long. So let's see. We go to party. Then we go to Gohan. We go to Super Attack Skill Tree. So, first things first, you're gonna want this one here, Killer Co-op. Killer Co-op is very good, and then you want Morale Boost. You want Killer Co-op and Morale Boost, and I believe there's another one that does Z combos, or maybe not. Let me check. Oh, here it is. Perfect Harmony. You want Morale Boost, and you want combos, and you want Perfect Harmony. And then I believe that is it. And then you obviously want auto power unleashed if you can, or auto Super Saiyan 2 or auto Super Saiyan. You want to get those for sure. Now let's put them on him real quick, because I gotta put that stuff on him because I do not have it on him. So I do not need Merciless. Should have that actually on. Do not need King of Ki. Perfect Harmony. Morale Boost. And Killer Co-op. So those are the ones that you really want. Killer Co-op, Morale Boost, any type of auto Unleashed, auto Super Saiyan 2, or auto Power Unleashed, because those are always really good, especially when doing damage. Because again, they actually can kill guys from time to time, so you want to have it to where they're at their strongest as well. And also Perfect Harmony, because you want damage dealt by Z combos. The higher the damage is, the more people you kill in those combos. But yeah, that's what you want on those particular characters, so that way you can make it to where those are incredibly easier to do, because as you saw, Gohan was charging way slower than Vegeta was, and that's because Vegeta does have all those on. See, Killer Co-op, auto. Oh wait, he didn't have. Oh wow, so it actually could have gone even faster if I had the other one, because I have Merciless on and Brick Wall when I should have Morale Boost on. So yeah, that actually could have gone even quicker because I didn't have Morale Boost. So Killer Combo, as Super Saiyan God, and Morale Boost. And then there was another one too, the Z Combo. Perfect Harmony. So yeah, now I have all of it equipped on him. So I actually probably could have been even killing even more people per combo than what I was. But yeah, that's generally what you want to do, and those are there, so that way you can you know, maximize your level, make yourself super high up in you know, the tech, so it becomes a lot easier for you to do all these other later tips. So that's just the first thing I wanted to show you. Okay, guys. Next thing is, because I'm going through everything that I've been asked in my comment section, and the next thing is community board. People want to know what my community board looks like. Well, this is it. This is what I have set up for my community board. These are all the characters I use in my Z Warrior. I have obviously Goku's head, because you know you can't change that. I have him and Gohan both linked up. I have all the androids linked up right here. Z Warrior community is actually probably the easiest one to do, because you don't need that overall level super high to be able to get this at max. The one that really is hard to do actually is this cooking one. This cooking one you need quite a bit. You need quite a bit to be able to actually make it to where it is max all the way to cooking will always be a huge success, which is obviously very good, because a lot of meals that you can have that can boost strength or boost experience gain is, you need that. You need this right here. The cooking will always be a huge success if you want to be able to make it to where you can always make those at maximum effectiveness or maximum quality. So it's really good for it's really good if you need to fight specific bosses, especially like the Beerus boss. The Beerus boss being the hardest boss in the game, and they even added a second portion of it where you can fight him again, where he's at level 300, not only at level 250. So he's just even harder to do now. Then the training. Obviously, there is a lot of characters here, but all these are here are just mainly base characters. You just get through the story. Most of them are all training oriented because they're already high up in training levels. Some of them I did get all the way up to max 30, and that's because I have a crap ton of what's it called training what's it called training materials and training is training success, secrets of training success. I currently do not have a way to actually farm those. I kind of just did missions across the story to actually get these, and I'm going to be finding out a good way to a good method to be able to farm the successes. Other than that, that's all I can tell you is that these are the specific people that I actually use. And let's move on to the development tree. Development tree, again, these are like literally the only people you really need to use because these three in particular, which you get in a secret mission, have a plus 20 when they're linked, and they're all tech oriented. So to get that max right there, you definitely need a Raleigh and the Raleigh little fairies, and then the engineer that created a Raleigh. You definitely need all three of these to be able to do that, and you also need the peel off gang. The god tree. This god tree is obviously very good if you want to get items and obviously orbs and Z orbs. So this is the best god tree that I have created. These guys are that I always have in like the corner and all that. It's just because I just need that extra little boost to be able to get it to the max, which the max for this area is 350. So I just put this little guy in the corner, put this guy in the corner, because they don't really link with any of these people. But yeah, other than that, that's exactly what I use for my community tree. Then the adult one, I don't really worry about this one so much because I hardly ever buy anything. I hardly ever do these frenzies because they're not super useful for me because I already have like absolutely everything in the game basically. So if you really wanted, you could obviously trade in your trees. So I think the best one in this one would probably be Elder Kai or Old Kai. You put him over here onto this community board, and it should at least put you up to 9 or max because he adds a lot to the adult tree. This is my adventure tree. Again, not exactly filled because I'm actually missing people from my actual my emblems because I haven't finished every single side quest from the DLC quite yet. But yeah, I only have it to plus 7 HP. I don't really care about the keys too much. And a lot of y'all will probably really want to have recovery item effect at plus 100% because if you're going to plan on fighting the Beerus fight, this is going to be clutch. Like right here, this is going to be super clutch for you because that Beerus fight is hard. He's really hard. And, you're going to need as much as you can possibly get. So, yeah, that's my trees. That's all I have in my trees. I'm missing a couple of emblems, like I said. I'm missing the new DLC emblems. All these right here. Since I saw that not a lot of y'all actually watched my newest Z Orb farming method, I will actually show you the new method that I had in that video because it was a low quality video, so I can understand why y'all didn't want to watch it. But basically, it's like 2 or 3 times faster than the old method that I was doing. The going back and forth between the stories. So first, you want to make sure all of your characters in your inventory. Go my party, sorry. Go my party. Make sure every character in your inventory has Villainous Orb and Z Orb Magnet. Very important that you have those on. Make sure that he also has it. Yeah, Z Orb and Villainous Z Orb. Z Orb and Villainous Z Orb. Make sure you always have those. Obviously very important for getting additional Z Orbs. So what you do is you literally just fly around and you smack enemies like this. Again, if you're a high enough level, you will kill them in one tap. And if it's not in one tap, that's why usually you bring Vegeta with you, because if you have Vegeta with Super Big Bang Attack or Big Bang Attack, it literally will one-shot everybody in the field as long as you are a high enough level. It'll one-shot everybody. But yeah, this is an incredibly effective way and a very fast way to get orbs. Again, it is actually faster than the old method. because as you see, with specific enemies, I get up to 6,000 orbs per just running into them. And some of these guys give you 5,000 orbs of every kind just by running into them. And this is literally just the fastest method. It's hands down the fastest method, and you should do it whenever you are max level. Make sure that you are at least level 250 before you try doing this, because either A, you won't one tap them, and so it won't be as as fast as it is right now, as you're seeing, and you won't be getting as many orbs as well. You want to make sure that you are max level to get this amount of orbs, to be able to perfectly recreate the amount of orbs that I'm getting. And just to prove that this is definitely a faster method than going over and killing these guys, I'm actually going to go over and kill these guys. I'm going to go over and kill those villainous enemies, just to kind of prove to you like the effectiveness of this method, because obviously, you know, you want to see the fruits of okay, I'm just making sure I had ultimate banish and super bang attack. As long as I have those, they're done. They're done, so they're finished, because these guys are not that high level. So yeah, you just hold down R1 for the support, big bang attack, and then ultrasonic finish. And then to finish it all off, ultimate come in last. Just like that, super easy. And as you see, I get way less orbs. I get a lot less orbs for doing that. I mean, obviously, if you want the special orbs, you probably should be doing those villainous enemies. But if you're not doing it for special orbs and you're just doing it for normal orbs, which most people are, because as long as you did the entire villainous thing, I think 2 times through, you don't need to do it anymore, because that's plenty enough special orbs. What you really need is you need the base orbs more than you need any of them. But you see, I just hit 2,000 red orbs and just flying around, just doing, you know, literally nothing, just flying around, killing these guys instantaneously. So yeah, that's the method I use for ZR farming. And I know some of y'all were asking me about the Dmetal farming, but there is no like actual like official way to farm Dmetals. There is a way that you can get Dmetals relatively easily, but it's going through Master Roshi's missions, which are actually right here, which is, you know, super useful. You go here. Basically, Master Roshi has a bunch of missions lined up for you for collecting Z orbs, leveling up characters, using specific supers, using ultimates and stuff like that. And then you come over to Master Roshi, you just talk to him, and then he says, you're finished some of your training. All right, here's your reward, and he'll give you just like a crap ton of items. And among these items, he does give Dmetals. I can actually show you in the story. You go to story. Then you go to school training, and then you just look down here, and you should see where it shows the Dmetals. Right here. See? You just get Dmetals. Dmetals. There's a lot of them with Dmetals in them. You just gotta figure out which ones are Dmetals, which ones give you Dmetals, and then just go for it. Just figure out how to get all these Dmetals by doing these specific missions inside of here. And that's a pretty good way of getting Dmetals. Another very good way of getting Dmetals is doing the races, the car races. There are obviously that's gonna be a little bit harder for some people, because it's more farming on the actual materials for the cars. Those are actually relatively easy to find. Most of the times, actually, you can actually just look them up on YouTube, like where are the specific locations of the materials, and you'll just find them. They're littered everywhere. Everybody's done guides on them. I'm probably the only guy who has not done guides yet on them. I mean, even if you like complete the normal missions, I'm pretty sure the normal missions, the actual story also give you Dmetals, don't they? Yeah, some of them give you Dmetals. Missions still up the story. But yeah, all you do is just car races, and you do these school training missions, and then you also do the baseball event, where you know you play as Gohan, and you hit the baseball, and you try to hit it as far as possible. But yeah, that's all you do in Dmetals, and that's basically it, guys. That is the end of this video. and that is all the tips I can possibly give you. I hope that this really does help because, again, they have added a lot of stuff into this game, and it's really hard for me to keep up with everything. But I believe that is all. That is all you're going to need to know to be able to beat the DLC as quickly as possible, get max level, and get all the new upgrades and skills and transformations. So, thank you so much for watching. Remember to always leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Leave a comment down below on what the next tip video you possibly want from Kakarot or any other Dragon Ball Z oriented games. I'm going to be doing a lot more Dragon Ball Z content, and I'm going to be making sure I keep up with these uploads. As long as y'all tell me in the comments, what kind of videos you want, I will try my best to figure out how to do it, and then I'll provide the content for you. But yeah, thanks for watching. Peace.